How goes the family? Welcome back to Larry's Anything Goes. Hopefully, you guys having a great and exceptional evening. All righty, so we're talking about College Park, Georgia, where Black-owned restaurants are thriving. And before I get started, one thing that I will say is that I actually stayed in College Park, Georgia, in May of this year, 2022, when I had my trip to Atlanta recently, and I frequently went to a multitude of Black-owned restaurants, and I loved every single moment of it. The atmosphere was great. It was like, unlike the turkey leg, it just felt like it was real laid back atmosphere. Just felt like you were going to your that old school flavor of being feeling like you're at your grandparents' house or your parents' house and whatnot, with some great old school music. People. I mean, there's people of all races in there. Majority were Black. Majority of people that were working in there were Black, and everybody was just in a good, positive spirit. So, that's just a lot of people like to be able to do that every now and then. Not to say I mean because I frequent restaurants of all areas and all races and whatnot, but it's just that feeling of being at home and you with your folks and you just kicking in and talking trash, and even people were giving me credit for my Larry's Anything Goes shirt, especially when I what was it when I wore this one that I have on now. It says assets equals freedom and debts equals liability. Well, let me get this thing straightened up. Yeah, assets equals freedom, debts equals liability, and whatnot. Sorry if the mic is making any noise, but so yeah, it's just and people, I actually got two customers for my online store by just wearing these shirts, because you got to rep your brand wherever you stand and be a man about it. But so it was just cool, great atmosphere. So I just wanted to talk about that. And next time I will be going to Georgia next year for Invest Fest with EYL University. If you on my Instagram, on my TikTok, or on my YouTube channel, on my social media outlets, I posted a video yesterday about the love I have for EYL University, and that's why I'm a student of EYL University. So I call it a day. They're talking about economics for all people, but specifically African Americans, from an investing standpoint, from a real estate standpoint, from a crypto standpoint, from a retirement standpoint, financial planning standpoint, owning a business standpoint, owning a franchise, various different things. And I love every single moment of it because, like I said, if it ain't about economics, it ain't about me. All right. Anyways, according to the article that I read today, says, welcome to College Park, Georgia, where across the county, Black-owned businesses are doing more than surviving. They are popping up and thriving. A recent study conducted by the small business financing company Gudent Financial and the online credit marketplace Lending Club Corporation found that Black businesses grew by more than 400% in 2018 compared to 2017. So that's a beautiful thing. In another report, minority-owned restaurant businesses are steadily on the rise, with more recent data revealing Black American-owned restaurants shot to 49% since 2007. I love this because one thing people are supporting Black-owned businesses in a great positive way, and two, it's a great positive thing in a great positive way, and two, these businesses are hiring Black people within the community, and it's a place where one can be themselves without constantly being judged. So I love that tremendously on various different levels. The article also stated that, excuse me, there's one area in particular where these studies were studies of interest. Located in the southern boundary of the city of Atlanta in College Park is a trio of Black-owned restaurants on Main Street, creating what and Main Street that's exactly what it is. It looks like something that you'd see back in the day. You can tell that they kept the authenticity of that specific area. So I actually got to commend them for that as well. Main Street creating what Atlanta Magazine calls the newest hotspot for thriving Black-owned restaurants. According to the publication, Real Milk and Honey, an all-day brunch spot, Virgil's Gula Kitchen and Bar, and that place was on the money. And when I go back to Atlanta next year, I will be going back to Virgil's, and I want to check out Real Milk and Honey, serving fried oysters, jam up wings, and more, and soul crab ATL. That was on the money as well. So I can't say anything good or bad about Real Milk and Honey, but I can definitely vouch for Virgil's Gula Kitchen and Bar and Soul Crab ATL. Because the food is awesome and it has transformed once a quiet strip into an Instagram-ready destination, and that's real. I had the pleasure of checking these places out, and I loved every single moment of it. And as like I said, it's on the money. The article also stated that it's a site that resident Thomas Nicholas thought he would never see. Thomas Nicholas stated, and I quote, "I've been in that area since the 1960s. There were no Black-owned eateries or restaurants," he stated. "I welcome the change and glad to hear Black ownership in the area," and I second that motion. The restaurant owners attribute their success to various factors, including community enthusiasm and the fact that people are looking for multiple dining options in the close proximity. Exactly. It's a nice, quiet community. College Park is right next to the international airport. It's not that far from downtown Atlanta, so it's a great area. It's actually, and it's like downtown Atlanta is not that far from it. Hart's Jackson Airport. It's a great area to be in and whatnot. Atlanta has gotten expensive. Just like Baltimore and Philadelphia, Baltimore, Maryland. People, whether you believe it or not, it's on the rise. And the cost of living in Baltimore probably in 20 years would be like it is in DC, but in the next 5 or 7 years, it'll be like it is in Philadelphia. Philadelphia is way more expensive to live in Baltimore and whatnot. So that's why I say make money move, so you're gonna live like a fool, because we are living in a time period now where we don't own real estate, you don't own businesses, you don't have access to capital via individual retirement account, 401k, insurance policy, or anything else. Then you're in the category of being just over broke. It is what it is. I hate to be realistic. That's not being negative. It's just that's the world we're in right now, regardless who's sitting in the White House, governor's house, and the mayor's house. Don't believe that nonsense, all right? Anyways, I digress. Like I said, you know me, I can go, if you've seen my content, you know I can go on a tangent about this stuff. Anyways, can't wait to get back to good old ATL shouting. But anyways, the article ended on this note talking about great Black-owned restaurants in the College Park area. Others beyond College Park's trio, a report titled "Black Dollars Matter: The Sales Impact of Black Consumers" revealed that while African Americans make up just 14% of the population, I think we're at 18%. I know most of us. I've never done the census before, so I think we're at 18%, but that's just my personal opinion. We are responsible for approximately 1.2 trillion in purchasing annually. In other words, there's enough money to go around. I could not agree with that statement more. Other Black-owned restaurants to support in College Park: Urban Foodie Feed Store. It's been open since 2003. The restaurant has provided a twist on Southern cuisine with global influences. The Corner Grill Casual, a brick-walled grill serving Cajun takes on American favorites, including shrimp and grits, my favorite, and Cajun seafood pasta. A Novena Restaurant and Bar, a lively casual dining experience combining simple and American fare. So I can't wait. Like I said, I can't wait to go back to Atlanta because I'm going to eat. I'm going to do some business. I'm going to engage with people, and it's going to be it is what it is. Regardless of what the media may say, there's a lot of great things going on down there. Just like any other city, it has good parts, has bad parts. It's like any other major city in America. That's why I said, don't believe the media, don't believe me. Go check things out for yourself and call it a day. All right. So on that note, do the great free things, like, share, and subscribe. Hopefully you guys have a great day. Don't forget to check out my online store. Be a stock market investor, crypto investor, individual retirement account investor, bond investor. Sign up with WEBULL, sign up with Stash, sign up with Acorn, sign up with Acorn, the crypto.com, Coinbase, all that great stuff. And with those platforms, all these links are listed in the description. You will have the opportunity to make some money when you sign up for it. So as I always say, make money moves, or you're going to live like a fool. Take care, family.